My God, when they asked each other if they were still in love with each other, like, he asks her if she feels like she's still in love with him, and she did answer yes very quickly. She said yes very quickly. He did not. He did not.
I think he's shell-shocked, to be honest with you, at this point. I really do. Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about In the City, Season 1, Episode number 4. But before we do, I'd like to ask everyone to please head over to Instagram and follow us, and YouTube subscribe, and Facebook follow, and give us 5-star reviews. And thank you.
Thank you.
This one is called Sparks Fly. We begin where we left off with Whitney asking Kenny about the comment about not having a spark at dinner. And Kenny says the conversation I had with Kyle was, I'm used to being in like the storybook mindset. Now I'm at this place where I think about like a lifelong commitment. I've had a hard time getting excited about it where that spark isn't there. Spark, he said, was probably the wrong word. So he admits to saying the word spark, but it wasn't that we don't have a spark. And then they show us the scene. I mean, he didn't say that they don't have a spark. He did say that the spark is not there.
The whole fairy tale thing, like, it's amazing to me that people at his age, like someone his age, is like still looking for that. Like, it's to me, it's like F-boy mentality. Like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's a good question. Kenny said, you know what? Like, I think what we have is great. I think we have great chemistry. He's like, you just moved across the country, and I feel really good about that. I think we're in a great place. I think everything's perfect. He's like, I don't like that other people are trying to poke holes in this. It's just noise. That's why I get so defensive. And I can understand that. I definitely can understand that because the woman did just move across the country, and they are coming for him. They're coming for him.
Well, the thing is that he's upset that his conversation with Kyle was repeated incorrectly. Well, welcome to reality TV, bro. Like, what did you think was going to happen when you came on this show with Kyle Cook and Lindsay Hubbard?
Yeah.
I mean, what did you think was going to happen? Something was going to happen.
Yeah, and it's funny because when it came out, I think I remember saying this, like, this is what happens with this telephone game, you know? Like, people come up with their version of it, especially when you get someone whose first language is not English involved.
Right.
Then it gets murky. Then it gets murky. Then Whitney said, you also referred to our future as murky or something. And you see Andrea saying, Kenny described it as the day-to-day is good, but the future is murky. And those were Andrea's words.
Yeah, sure
And
were.
Kenny said, I never said future is murky, not that I'm aware of. I feel like that's a word that if you said it, you would remember because it's not a word we all use.
Totally
right?
agree. Totally
And
agree.
Kenny knew, like, I would never say murky,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So then
She
she's
says,
like,
I need to know that you want this to work.
Yeah. And he does, she's a little emotional. He said, listen, you literally left all your friends. Like, this is a big deal. Like, this is going to work. And he talks about how he's still grieving his mom. Her first birthday's coming up. He's still trying to figure it out, which again, I give him grace for that. That's not easy.
I do too. And he said, I underestimated the amount of time it's taking me to grieve. I think you're going to be grieving for the rest of your life. That's your mom. Like you said, give yourself some grace. You have to now learn how to navigate your life without your mom.
Right. Even though you're an adult, it doesn't matter. It's still your mom.
Of course.
Right. Right. Then at Kyle and Amanda's apartment, Lindsay comes over with baby Gemma, and Amanda is boxing up stuff. She starts telling Lindsay about the place that they saw last week that, she thought was great, but it fell through.
I love when she was like, it had insane outside space, and it was like 4x6.
I know. Yeah, but she found another place.
But for the city, that probably is insane,
Yeah, the fact that there even is an outside space that you can step onto.
Exactly, right, and I would imagine, like, for her with a dog, like, if it's snowing and
Right.
just send him outside or, whatever.
Yes. But this one's not furnished and it's a year-long lease. And Lindsay's like, "Well, did you talk to Kyle about it?" She's like, "Well, I mean, I didn't like get him to weigh in, but yeah, I did talk to him about it." Which right there kind of says it all, you know? Like, Katie shows up next. Now, I'm a little confused still about this Katie. Like, I don't know, and like, which Katie is this? Is this
So, I
Amanda's
don't
best
think
friend?
this is no, I don't think
It's
this
not.
is I don't think I don't know. It's really interesting. So Katie is friends with Amanda and Danielle. I don't think she's the Katie that was referenced on the reunion, but maybe she is the one that's supposedly friends with West. Maybe that's the Katie and she's not the Katie that Amanda's been friends with since grade school. It
Yeah.
is confusing.
Yeah,
It's very
it's
confusing, but
confusing.
they put her up as Amanda and Danielle's friend. So she's friends with
No,
Danielle too.
I know. I don't like that when we don't, especially when we have a name like that. You know why I don't like that? Because it's very confusing.
But I believe is this the Katie that was on Watch What Happens Live with Danielle? And she works for CNN or she works for someone as, like, a reporter or something. So it would make sense if that she did know West and was friends with West because wasn't he, like, a sports something journalist or something?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
that it might be the one that they said on the reunion is friends with West.
all right. So, while they're packing,
She's, like,
Amanda's like,
robbing the place. She's
I
like,
know,
"I'm
she's like, "Well"
taking these, he's not even gonna
right,
know they're gone."
she's like, "Now I have to take half of everything," and Lindsay's like, "Well, I'm still trying to, like, process that we're even packing boxes right now." And then Katie brings up that they've been trying to have a baby the last few months, so I guess she's gonna be a character on this one.
I
Like,
think
why
she's a
else are we
cast member.
okay. And Lindsay's trying not to make babies, but her old friend is coming into town, Dustin Lynch. Funny backstory, he was supposed to be performing at her wedding that never happened, and she had never met him before until afterwards, which I think is very, very interesting. I think it's interesting. And while they're packing, Kyle comes in because he was out with the dog, and Lindsay's like hiding, and they stop talking. But I don't know. The whole thing was awkward and
Amanda's like, "He
weird.
knows I'm leaving, like, I'm not doing
Right.
this, like, in the middle of the night," you know?
Right, right. So then the next thing we see is Yvonne walks up to Nick and he's outside working in, I guess, his studio in Williamsburg where he restores furniture and he sells classic modern furniture like from the Madman era. When I saw those chairs and stuff, I honestly, I thought of your husband,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
right? I was like, oh my gosh, Eric would love this place.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
He said he has a lot of famous clients, like people that have performed at the Super Bowl, but he can't name any of his clients.
So I guess Bad Bunny?
Well, I mean, or J-Lo. I mean, there's many people that have performed at the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I'm just thinking of the most recent, and I do think
Yeah.
Bad Bunny is a New York guy because one of the stylists at the salon, she's leaving, she's going to, like, a big place in Brooklyn, and she said he's been there. So, yeah.
Could be Bad
Is
Bunny.
Williamsburg part of Brooklyn?
Yes, it's in
Yeah, that's what
Brooklyn.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So Yvonne is talking about how she just is finally starting to settle in that she doesn't have a job. So for the last 7.5 years, she was the vice president of marketing for this hospitality company, and she got laid off all of a sudden, which is strange, right?
Yeah, especially, like, listen, nobody wants to get laid off, but when you're, like, part of that world and you're, like,
Right.
like, partying, like, not partying, but, like, in the scene multiple times a week, and then it's like, "Yeah, we don't need you anymore." You're like, "Shit, what am I gonna do?" Like,
Right, right. I
you
just
know?
kind of feel like there's more to this story than we're hearing. I feel like there's more to this. Like, how
I'm
does that
sure
just
there
happen?
is.
Right?
Yes.
So Nick says, "So what are you thinking about, doing next?" And she's like, "Well, the only thing I think about were our conversations about, us having a baby." And he's like, "Well, I know you wanted to have a baby since like our second date." Yvonne said, "No, we wanted to have a baby. You proposed to me and said, 'I know your maternal clock is ticking,' and you we wanted to get married with the intention of having a family." And Nick was like, "Well, like I've always worried about time." And she's like, "The time is here." You could see he is very hesitant.
He's very hesitant. He started to choke a little bit when she said it.
Yeah. She said, "Well, you keep moving the goalpost."
I mean,
And
she's 39.
I know. When she said that, I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, the
They
time
gotta start
is
making some
ticking."
decisions if she's gonna carry.
Right. Yeah, so I feel a little bit bad for her in this whole situation.
Me too.
But is
It feels
she
like
is
he's
she pregnant
backstepping.
now? Is she pregnant
I don't
now?
know, is she?
No, maybe no. No, I don't think she is. I think it was just Danielle. Maybe, I mean, maybe hopefully we'll find out at the reunion. Maybe she is pregnant.
That would be nice if she announced it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then this is kind of happening at the same time. Andrea and Lexi are at Lindsay's place, and Lindsay says that they always say men should not drink for 3 months when they're trying to conceive because I guess Andrea and Lexi are trying to conceive. It helps your sperm. I've actually never heard that.
I've never heard that either. I've heard if you're doing fertility, you shouldn't drink, but I don't even know if that's true.
I don't know either. And they're talking about, since they've been spending so much time with Gemma, that now he's getting like the baby bug himself,
And
which I
she's
think is
warming up
nice.
to it, so it sounds like he wants it more than she does. Like, it's almost like the opposite of Yvonne and Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. And then over at Danielle's apartment, she's talking with Owen and telling him what happened with her coffee date with Lindsay. And she's saying, like, it seemed like she accepted my apology and we agreed to move forward. We were going to take baby steps. But then she starts talking about how Amanda and seemed most turned off by this whole situation.
Yeah. She said that, Kyle asked her to apologize to Amanda, and Danielle's like, "Yeah, I'm not apologizing to Amanda. Not right now." I mean, given what's going on, she was spot on, Danielle.
Yeah, she definitely was. She was. So in her confessional, we find out that she started dating Owen 4 months after he got separated from his ex. And then an article comes out spreading rumors that I'm a homewrecker. When we were out for my friend's birthday, Katie's husband, Matt, I don't know if it's this Katie, showed
It's the
Owen
Katie
that,
I think it's the Katie on the show, no?
I would think, showed Owen that it was in a group chat amongst Kyle, Katie, and Amanda. And Daniel said, he is technically married, but I'm not wrecking any home, and the home doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
And,
Which is
she's saying, "Oh,
we still don't know, you know,
right, we don't know this
we
story."
don't know.
Right. But I can see why Danielle would be upset with Amanda
Sure,
about this
sure.
and Kyle, right? And to hear these things are being said behind her back by her friends, it sucks. I agree, it does suck. So that explains why even more because Danielle and Amanda never really got along. Like they were never, she always didn't trust her. So then we see Lindsay's out with Dustin. And this is the first time he's come to New York to hang out with her. She met him in Nashville. And she's like, "Am I different in Nashville than in New York?" He's like, "I don't know. This is the first time I'm hanging out with you in New York. How would I know?"
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you wish you had a space where you could talk about all of the things in midlife that nobody says out loud with people who have both experience and expertise? The hormones, the emotions, the changes in your body, relationships, and work. The identity that does not quite fit anymore.
Messy Midlife is 3 naturopathic doctors and 1 therapist having the unscripted, unfiltered conversations about all of it. We explore the strange, powerful transformation hiding inside as we navigate finding ourselves again and letting go of what no longer fits.
Zero filters, zero pretending, zero apologies. 100% real. Join us for Messy Midlife anywhere you listen and become a part of our community.
She said she wasn't ready to have sex with him in Nashville, but she's ready now.
Mm-hmm.
I love single Lindsay.
Well, I do too.
I really
I
do.
do too. I do too. Then we see Kyle and Amanda are out to eat and they're trying to date each other.
They're
So
like
awkward.
energy suckers. I swear to God. As soon as I see them on the screen together, I'm like, did you see that whole listen, you cannot tell me that Kyle is not loving the attention he's getting right now. Did you see that they were like seen coming out of the in the city reunion and they kiss and paparazzi just happened to be there and get a picture of it? They kiss on the lips, by the way.
I saw it and I saw Kyle explaining what happened, that they were coming down in
course.
the elevator together and they were talking. It had just been a long day. Amanda was in the hot seat. He was in the hot seat. A bunch of people were in the hot seat. He said, we all decided to go out together as a cast, as like a therapy thing. And we were going down in the elevator together. And they said, could you imagine if we walked out of here and paparazzi took our picture? And they were laughing. And then as soon as they walked through the door, the paparazzi was there. So they even started laughing harder.
I mean, tell me you didn't call the paparazzi without telling me you didn't call the paparazzi. You fucking called the paparazzi. You told them to be there. Wendy?
Everyone knew that they were filming in the city reunion. And they know where it films. Like, this isn't rocket science.
That's
it's
what
New
I'm
York
saying.
City.
They knew. My point is they knew the paparazzi was going to be there. Like, oh, we were kidding. Like, imagine if the paparazzi were there. You knew the paparazzi were going to be there. We're not stupid. We've been doing this for 25 years like it's our job.
Yeah. Yes, we have. So watching them sit there, Kyle asks if the lease is official, and she's like, yeah, I have the key. And he's like, okay, so am I going to get a key? And she's like, no, I'm keeping the keys. He's like, you go tell the front desk that you're here to see me, and then you go up in the elevator, and then you go to my apartment. You don't need any keys.
He was
He's
asking
like,
for a key to her new apartment?
Yes, because they're going to be dating each other, and she's keeping the key to his apartment.
I mean, I understand her not wanting to give him a key to her new apartment, but I see his side too. Then give me my key back. Like, if we're dating, then give me my key back. Yeah. It has to be consistent on both sides.
Right. So he said, okay, so you're keeping my key. Does that mean like you're going to give me a heads up and be like, hey, I'm on my way over? She's like, well, yeah, I don't want to catch you jerking off in the bathroom. I don't want to walk in on that. And Kyle's like, it only takes a couple minutes.
Oh my God, when they asked each other if they were still in love with each other, like, he asks her if she feels like she's still in love with him. And she did answer yes very quickly. She said yes very quickly. He did not. I
think he's shell-shocked, to be honest with you, at this point. I really do. I think he's shell-shocked. I think he's surprised that she's moving out. He's surprised that he's not getting a key. He said we're in uncharted territory. I don't think he knows what to do.
She said, I'm a catch, and you need to treat me like that, and you have to act like you don't want to lose me. And I'm telling you, I am believing Amanda in this moment. This is what she's telling him. You have to act like you don't want to lose me. So when I tell you not to stay out all night after a gig, you can't stay out all night after a gig. And he stayed out all night after gigs. I think
but if
even
she's
at
moving
this
out,
point, it doesn't matter though. They were supposed to still be dating each other. And this was the criteria she was giving him. This was the plan. We're going to date and you don't want to lose me? Great. Here's how you can't lose me. And he fucking did it anyway. I'm telling you, I still think, again, hooking up with West was the worst possible thing she could have ever done. But up until this point, I'm still on her side. Not anymore, but at this point, I'm still on her side.
You know that's going to be a clip.
Okay.
I'm still on her side.
But I
am not on her side.
I am not any longer. Once she made the decision to hook up with West, you lost me, Amanda. You 100% lost me. But up until this point, I really think she was still in it and trying to, I don't know, maybe I'm naive in this, but I don't know.
So after that happens, they have their awkward, whatever. Next, we see Nick and Yvonne meet up with Lindsay, who's already out with Dustin, and then Andrea and his wife show up. And then Amy and Sam are there. They're also Lindsay's friends. I think this is the first time.
They're in the group picture. I don't know why we're just seeing them now.
Well, the group picture's behind me.
Right.
Are they in it?
I think they're in it. They are not in it.
No, they're not in it.
Okay. Well, I actually feel a little bit better now because I thought they were in it. And I'm like, damn, we're on episode 4. We're just meeting them?
Yeah, no, they're not in it. I mean, no. But there's a lot of them in there. This is a lot.
It's a big cast. Cast.
Which is why Lori better get on it, because there's a lot of notes to take.
That's right. Right.
All right, where were we? Okay, so then Georgina's there also. Dustin is talking to Yvonne, and she's asking him, what you've done, what he likes to do. And he's like, he wants to come back and, tour and go to museums and stuff.
He says he's a science nerd, and he wants to go to museums. And she's like, oh, Lindsay loves that.
And you see the look on Lindsay's face? And then
Yvonne's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to help her out a little bit.
Just trying to be a good wing woman. Gavin and Kenny come in together. Whitney's not with Kenny. He said that she's at an event, but then they show her back at the apartment and she's putting together some content for gluten-free bread. Good for her.
Yeah. Do you think that was on purpose that she didn't go so Kenny could
Yes.
address this with everybody? Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah. We find out that Kenny met Whitney on Raya. We did not know that.
No, we didn't know that.
And that their 1-year anniversary of dating was just last week. And Georgina said, yeah, there's been a lot this past week. Her moving here, your birthday, the anniversary. And Kenny said, yeah, and a lot of people talking shit. And Georgina's like, well, how was your dinner the other night? And he said, well, it was great. It ended on a good note, but she was sort of hot in the beginning. Yeah. He's like, there was some random noise that came up. I think she's just being fed a little bullshit. And then Lexi jumped in. She's like, well, I would love to talk to you about it. And Gavin said, oh, you know about it? She said, yeah, we went to Washington Square Park, like Georgina, Whitney, and I. We all went to Washington. And Lexi said, I brought up some stuff about that I was hearing about the group. I thought it was something, as being her friend, I should tell her was going around. And Gavin asked Kenny, did you know that she was behind this? And Kenny said, well, I knew it came from this conversation. Kenny's like, I'm not trying to shoot the messenger, but if she's communicating something to Whitney that's, not true, like, I need to find out, like, where this is coming from. The real issue is 2 or 3 guys are running their mouths about my relationship. And then Lexi said, well, I said the murky comment, like your future is unsure or murky. And Kenny's like, well, where did you hear that? She said, Andrea. And Kenny said, well, he needs to come to talk to me about that man to man. I never said that, and I don't like that gossip bullshit. And Lexi said, well, it's not gossip. He's my husband. I tell him everything. He tells me everything. And then Andrea comes over and Gavin's like, speak of the devil. Andrea's like, what's going on? And Kenny said, what point did I say my future with Whitney was murky? And like, that word didn't come out of my mouth. And Andrea said, no, it didn't. Like he said,
he did
no.
own it right away, Andrea.
He did.
He did own it.
He did. And did you see the look on Lexi's face?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
he said that it was my perception.
Yeah, because of what Kyle told him. Listen, I understand what happened here. I don't understand why Andrea got so heated about it. Do you?
Yeah. Well, I think we've seen this in Andrea. I think Andrea wants to be part of the little crew and, little gossip. He does not want to be called out on it, though. He does not want to be put in the hot seat. He can't handle being put in the hot seat. Where other, like Kyle can take it. Kenny can obviously take it. Listen, people are calling him like a chauvinist and, a woman, whatever they're calling him.
Kenny?
Listen,
Yeah,
I think Kenny's just sticking up for himself. And you go, Kenny. You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I don't think he's doing anything wrong. He wasn't disrespectful to Lindsay. He put Lindsay in her place. Lindsay needed to be put in her place. And what we didn't see on that brunch episode was him sticking up for Danielle because everybody was piling on her.
That's correct.
So I don't think Kenny's doing anything wrong. I don't think Andrea can handle being in the hot seat, though.
No, I think that you're right because he was not handling it. And and then you could see Lindsay over on the couch with Dustin and they're like, what's going on over there?
Like, I feel like they're trying to make Kenny look like a villain.
I think that they are. Yeah. I think he'll be okay, though, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So Andrea leaves, and then we're kind of done with that. The next thing we see is Lexi, Lindsay, Yvonne, and Georgina. They're playing some sort of garbage can pong. Is that? I don't know what the hell that was. Was that what it was?
Full-size beer pong. It was 100%. Listen, this might be the beer pong you and I can excel at.
Maybe,
because traditional beer pong, Wendy and I suck.
Yes, we're not very
and
good at it.
All of the college-aged boys in the neighborhood will attest to that. Or at one time, college-aged.
Yes, I think they've all graduated now.
Now they're all men with real jobs. And we still suck at beer pong.
Yes. But maybe we should get one of these together.
Yeah, I agree. That could be part of our field day. Remember we were going to do a field day?
Yes, that place looked very cool. Actually, we should look up where that place was. Maybe we just go there. Because there was a bunch of things there. Like there was cornhole. There was a bunch of different activities.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do that.
I mean, it's only New York. That'd be easier for than us to put this together.
Yeah. I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
So then they played their little game. Then they sit down and they want to know what happened with Dustin. And Lindsay said, well, it's been 10 months and 2 makeouts. Like, and it's
She was
so
ready
funny.
to have sex, but they didn't.
Didn't happen. And Georgina's like, I'm reacting to this, but there's just too much Botox in my face. I was like, that is hysterical.
I love her. I love Georgina.
She's like, Dustin's very like light and easy, and she's fine with that. She doesn't want anything serious right now. Yvonne in her confessional says, I know Lindsay's, like she wants her happily ever after. And she's gone through 2 really tough breakups, and she has in a short period of time. But
So I think do you think she's talking about? Obviously, Carl's one of them. Do you think
Yes.
it's the guy she had Gemma with, or do you think
Yes.
it's him?
You don't think it's him? You think it's somebody else?
I don't know, because it could be the "How many sandwiches have you made me" guy, because they were together for
No.
a while. Like, she thought she was going to get engaged to him, or it could be that F-boy number 1 on Summer House. What was his name? Rupert? What the hell was that
Everett.
guy's name?
Everett.
Rupert. I don't know where I got
No,
that
it's
from.
not. No, she's moved on from Everett a long time ago. No, I think it's Gemma's dad.
Gemma's dad and Carl. Okay.
Yeah, that's who I think it is.
I mean, listen, her, she's been through it too with guys.
Yeah, and honestly, listen, I think she does want her. I think, but just give it a break. Like, just go have fun right now.
Yeah.
Don't
should
jump
just go
into
have fun
anything.
now.
Just take
Yeah.
care of you right now.
Yeah.
They haven't heard from Whitney yet. Lexi said, he really came after Andrea, and I don't like that.
But he didn't. He called
didn't.
Andrea out for what he did.
Yes. And then
Georgina
Yvonne
said he was on a warpath. I was like, what?
Yeah. I think that, like you said, Andrea doesn't like to be in the hot seat. And by him acting the way he did because he was uncomfortable, it seemed like Kenny was doing something so horrible. But it really was more of Andrea's overreaction than Kenny's, point.
Yes.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I agree.
So Lindsay said, Kenny loves buzzwords. I'll give him 3: narcissistic, manipulative, and gaslighter. I was like,
And
okay.
I'm not getting that vibe.
No, in the beginning, remember I told you I didn't like him and I wasn't feeling him? And you said that it was too early to tell. But then we
Which
also
is very
heard,
much not like me, actually. Those
No.
roles are normally reversed.
Exactly. They are normally reversed. They are normally reversed. Absolutely
That's so
right.
funny.
But we both heard Kenny also on 2 T's in the pod.
Yes.
And we heard his side of a lot of
Yes.
these stories. And it's a little bit different than what we're seeing here.
Yes. Yes.
So now we see Kenny in a different light. So it's not, listen, we know that producers really want us to see what they want us to see. But like you said, this is not our first rodeo,
Mm-hmm.
right? We know that
That's
there's
right.
other angles. We know that there's other things going on, and we can put the pieces together and figure it out.
Yes.
Then we see Kenny and Whitney are at Bandits, which is another of Gavin's bar. I don't know how many bars does Gavin have?
I don't know, but we need to go to 1 or 2 of them for sure.
Yes. And Gavin comes in. He orders a mimosa and a sparkling water. And Kenny says, you've been on your champagne kick lately. He's like, yeah, sometimes I'm in the sparkling vibe. And they go with the whole, spark thing again.
Bark. Yeah.
Yeah. And Gavin says, I hated that whole conversation. And Whitney said, what happened? And Kenny said, well, Andrea and Lexi, I actually like them and I hope that there's a way to figure it out, but I want to get to the bottom of this. But Andrea, whatever we talked about was manipulated into Kenny's thinks that the future is murky. And it was just him using the wrong word and not understanding. And really, he should have had the conversation with Kenny. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. I didn't love that Gavin said, did he say this in his confessional? Or no, I think he said this right to them. He says, now that I know you said the comment, I think you want more passion from Whitney.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
He said, it's deeper than that because the comment now that I know you said it. But he also, in his confessional, he said, I am the Kenny relationship expert. I have seen it from A to Z. I knew his college girlfriend, his ex for 6 years, and now I know Whitney. So he was trying to say he knows Kenny better than Kenny knows himself, but it didn't come across. Across.
No, because he said Kenny's bored and looking for something more exciting. I mean,
Right.
What are you saying?
Right. Right.
And
Yeah. I
obviously
mean,
Kenny gets upset, right? And he walks away.
he does. He winds up walking out. In his confessional, Kenny said, "Listen, I known Gavin and he's my best friend and he knows Whitney's relationship better than anybody. After what went on last night with everyone piling on, like he can't believe that Gavin is jumping on that bandwagon with everybody else." That's really
Yeah.
what bothered him about the whole thing,
Yes.
is that Gavin didn't have his back.
Right. He says there was a level of animosity and jealousy. Now, did he mean that on behalf of Gavin? It
I think he
sounded like
did.
it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
this is going to be a real shame if these two, who have been friends since college,
right.
that a reality TV show comes in between their friendship. This would be a damn shame, wouldn't it?
It definitely would be, but I don't think it will. I don't
I
think it
hope
will.
not.
I hope not too. Because I actually like them together,
Me
and
too.
as friends, I think Gavin may be feeling a certain way about things because Whitney moved in before she was across the country.
Right. And he
So,
could come and go in Kenny's apartment. He had
right,
an extra bedroom, so he could probably
right.
bring women there if he wanted to. Like this
This
was like
changed his whole relationship with Kenny.
right.
So I think he'll get there. And that's it
Is there
for
an
this
after
week.
show for this show?
There is not. I
Okay.
keep looking. There is
I'm
not.
sure next season there will be.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I
mean, I
like the
think it
after
already
shows.
got I think it already got approved for a second season, didn't it?
I would imagine so if there's a reunion,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
I mean, how can you have a
Exactly.
reunion without? Yeah.
Something else to look forward to. Yeah.
Yes. Because there's so much we don't know. Yeah. No.
Yeah, right.
And it's doing well. Right. Yeah. No, it's doing
It
well.
is
Yeah.
doing well. I mean, I'm sure what happened on Summer House obviously contributed to it doing well, but whatever. I'm enjoying it. I'm good.
Yes. I'm going to let all of our listeners know McBee Dynasty premieres on Monday the 15th. We are going to cover that, the first episode and the second episode together the following week because we just are doing too many episodes a week right now. And once we are done with Summer House, then we can pick up another one.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we will be covering it. Just give us a chance.
Right. And tonight's game 5, so go Knicks.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks. Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5 for
Thank
sure.
you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.